What's chilling, dudes? It's Strawberry here, and welcome to this Saturday random video. Now this is going to be showcasing something which I was doing, and basically I was messing around with the stats command. Now the stats command is something which tracks how many items are, or how many things have been affected by commands. For example, you can test with the fill command. I did this down here. You can test, for example, if you do a fill command and you do fill a certain area, like this, then it's going to fill in 27 blocks because of the command. Now the stats command, if it was tracking me, then it would be given a score of 27 if I chose the stats feature of affected blocks. It would give me the score of 27, and likewise, with this command you can also track how many blocks are being filled in by a certain thing, like a certain feature. So what I've got here is this armor stand is filling clay blocks with bedrock and then turning them back into clay blocks, but it's also tracking how many blocks it's currently filling in and out, which is 8. So it's tracking how many blocks are around the armor stand, which is really cool. And what I've done is I've done two different things with this stats command thing. I've made a teleporter. So this teleporter requires 9 clay blocks to teleport entities around it to the other teleporter. If I place this clay block, we all get teleported to this armor stand over here, which is really cool. And the clay blocks are removed. And then again, when you place more clay blocks like this, at 5, then it starts shooting out flames, which means it's getting close to getting ready. You can see on the right that the number's slowly going up the more clay blocks we add. At 8, it shows what entities are going to be teleported over, and then on the 9th one, we get teleported over to the other armor stand, and the clay blocks have been removed, as you can see. That's something which I've been messing with. And then 5 again. I've made it so it will teleport any entities which are within the radius of the armor stand. So if you wanted to teleport like animals, for example, over, then you could do so. You also saw that there was a boat which was teleported. You could do items like I dropped a pumpkin. You can drop a pumpkin, or like you saw. You could do like XP orbs, for example, and then you just do 9 clay blocks. Of course, you can like increase the number or change a different block. Boom. We've all been teleported over. I've got the pumpkin again. Super cool. I like it a lot. It's very simple to make actually as well, although some of the preparations are a little bit irritating. You have 2 armor stands. Each of them are called Monument and Invisible, Floating, and Small, just so the hitbox doesn't get annoying. The command is in here. It's not very difficult. It's just called Monument, basically, given it a sea lantern in its headspace. No collision, I tried working with that. I don't know how to mess with it. I don't really mess with armor stand features too much. But yeah, these armor stands exist. They've been, this one's been given a score of 1 for TBY episodes, which is just an unused scoreboard. Just to identify that it's got a score of 1, and then this is a score of 2. And over here, I've got these 2 command blocks. This one is setting the stats entity of all armor stands monument. Set the affected blocks to monument. So if you look on the right, basically the score of monument is tracking the affected blocks, which the command blocks are filling in over and over again. This one here sets the score back to 0. That's really important with the stats command. Over here, these 2 command blocks are the ones which are filling in the blocks, basically turning it from bedrock to clay to bedrock, then bedrock back to clay in a single, over and over and over again, and that's what's tracking how many clay blocks are around it. So this is constantly turning to bedrock and then turning back to clay. Over here, these command blocks are basically just giving them particles. This one is giving the armor stand flame particles for any number of clay blocks over 5, and then this one over here is just giving the mob spell particles to any entities which are about to be teleported within the radius of the armor stand, just to know whether you're going to be teleported or not. And then over here, like these 2 command blocks are for the hyperclock. We're not in 1.9. and this is my redstone world, and I don't really want to go break it, you know, until 1.9 is actually stable. And then this one teleports all entities from Monument 1 to Monument 2 as long as the monument has 9 clay blocks. This one does from the Monument 2 to Monument 1. And then this one over here just replaces all of the clay to air once 9 clay blocks have been hit. And then you can do this like up as well, up one layer. See the pig was teleported? Yep. Very simply done, I like it a lot. And then over here, this is one which I was messing with. This is a clay beacon, and this is a way in which you can make advanced beacons in like using command blocks, you know. It's very simple to actually make this. It's very simple, and if you added like the addition and the like the breaking of this advanced beacon, you can make this very easy and minimal lag impact as well. But this is another one of those monuments. This one is called Beacon. Now we'll go scoreboard, objectives, set display, sidebar, beacon. Now this one is also tracking the clay blocks as well around it, using the same mechanic as turning the over here, I think. Yeah, this is just turning clay to bedrock and then turning bedrock back to clay. Exact same feature. These two are the exact same, setting the score of beacon to 0. This one is setting the affected blocks of the armor stand back to beacon, so the beacon's tracking the affected blocks. And then this is a hyperclock feature. And then this is basically just saying for anything more than 10 clay blocks around the beacon, it gives haste to any player around the beacon. And this one is giving speed as well to anyone within 50 blocks, as long as there are 20 clay blocks. And then quite easily you can turn this into another block, like if we do diamond block for example, just turn that into diamond, and then this one into diamond as well. Very adjustable. Unfortunately you can't do, well, you can't really do selected blocks. You can only really do one type of block, because overall it just tracks the amount of blocks which are being affected by a certain command, and you can't really link a scoreboard to a certain command. For example, you can't link a diamond objective to like diamond blocks to one objective and then clay blocks to another, because there's no way to really track the blocks which are being affected. But you can see here that I'm placing diamond blocks and it's increasing the score as well. And then once it reaches 10, then I'm given haste, and then as soon as it increases like this, then I'm given speed, which is really cool. And then what you could also do is like add an upper limit to this one as well. Score beacon equals 20, and then that what is that? Score beacon equals 20. Oh right, so when there are 20 blocks, then I'm given haste as well. If you do that upper limit of 19, then I lose a haste. Then you can copy this over and make this haste as well. And then you could also make this like minimum 20 as, or like minimum 30. So like you could also increase the area in which this the blocks are affected. So if you go into this command block over here, and then you go like down -5 and then up 10, and then likewise you do the exact same over here, -5 and up 10, like so. You can like place blocks all the way up here, you know, and then at a certain level it won't be affected, like 30, 31, and then up here it's not being affected anymore. But that's a really high limit, and you can increase the amount of limits as well. As long as it doesn't reach like thousands of blocks, you can do this indefinitely. And you can see now I've got speed and haste. And then if I remove these two blocks, then I've only got speed. Really like this sort of feature for advanced beacons. It could be something really cool for like a Game 04 module, which Smarks is doing. A lot of like the custom crafter, which is potentially one of the greatest modules for Game 04. That one was created using the stats command, using the affected blocks, because it was testing, oh no, not affected blocks, it was testing for success count. And It was basically testing for all custom crafters if they could detect a certain recipe in the dropper of the custom crafter, then the success count would be given 1 because it's found this recipe within this custom crafter. And then as soon as the custom crafter is given a score of 1, then it would replace what is it will replace the recipe within the custom crafter from one recipe to the next. But that's how it's testing for one custom crafter out of everything which is existing. The stats command is really cool. I mean, you can do so many cool things with this. Like, one little bug with this is that occasionally this will have like a visual glitch. You can see right here, it like phases in for a brief second, but that's like very minor in terms of what this could potentially do. Super cool. I mean, you can have like diamond blocks, you know, that's very expensive. What you could do is you could have like custom beacons. Like, you could have this as a speed advanced beacon, and then the advantage of this could be you could have like it over a huge radius, you know, and you need to keep it loaded to display those like potion effects, but that's not really too big of a disadvantage. And it, like, again, there's so much advantage to this. You can make this like super big. You can make this like you can make this like a speed beacon, for example. It wouldn't be too hard. You go upper limit, you go speed. I'm talking a lot, and I should really end the episode. I've shown basically everything. You go there, you go score, beacon. You don't even need the upper limits, you know. You go there, and then over here you go score, beacon equals 39, and then this is speed as well. That goes to 3, you know. So the more diamond blocks you have, the faster you go. And then you notice that it goes to speed 3 as well. Super cool. I like it a lot, and it's also very minimal impact. As you can clearly see, this is literally like 2 command blocks here, 3 command blocks there. You need 1 command block for every potion effect. This is something which I might look into in terms of making my own Game of 4 module. I love it a lot. Anyway, that's gotta be me. Thank you guys so much for watching this Saturday random video. I'm gonna be working on this as time goes on. I might look into redoing a Game of 4 module which I've done, which is mob conversion. The way I've done it could potentially be super enhanced by this sort of stats command thing, in which like I do want to look into the mob conversion thing, and something like affected entities could look really cool. Something like that, you know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, this video, and I will catch you on the next Saturday random video, although I do have another Skyblock coming out sometime soon. TM. Catch you guys. Bye.